Today, we're talking about happiness and 5 micro habits that are guaranteed to improve the quality of your life. I've been practicing these habits for years now, and they have dramatically improved the quality of my life. Happiness is not a destination, it's a choice. It's a choice that we have to choose to make every single day. It's a choice that is way easier on some days and way more difficult on other days. So, if you're new here, my name is Celeste Elise, and I make videos to help you reach your full potential. A lot of my videos align with the same theme of becoming her or becoming your ultimate self, but I also do try to share a little bit of my personal life and some vlogs as well. So, if that's your thing, please hit the subscribe button, join the community. Let's get into it. So, the first habit is do what you can when you can. And like I said before, the choice with happiness is going to be easier and more difficult in other times. And this is where you build in that natural flexibility with yourself and your life. Now, a specific example, work out the best that you can when you can. If there's a day where you are just not feeling it, you feel like you can't make it to the gym, do what you can when you can. Go for a walk. Sometimes I'm not even gonna lie. I will walk around my apartment and just do laps. Like if I'm feeling like I know that the best that I can do is just walk around my space, or the best that I can do for the day is take the stairs down and maybe take the stairs up, and if not even all the way up, at least halfway up, then that's what I'm going to do for my physical activity for the day. But if I'm doing that every single day, if all I can do is walk around my apartment every single day, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be able to do more on that third, fourth, fifth day. And if I constantly have the attitude of not, restricting myself, not punishing myself for not doing enough, but just knowing and trusting and building that self trust that I'm going to do as much as I can when I can, man, that is powerful. This is one of those habits that truly just compounds over time. Maybe you're in school. If you just do a little bit of your homework when you can, start early. Don't, do this practice the night before, but just start early. Like as soon as you get the assignment, you're sitting around, you can do just a little bit. The next day, do a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And you'll find out by the time that it's time to turn the assignment in, when you go back and you start to look back at the work that you did earlier, not only are you going to have a different perspective now, so you're probably going to make it better, but you're going to have a lot less work to do in the end. Do what you can when you can. And I'm telling you guys, compoundly, is that a word? I don't know. But this is one of those habits that compounds over time. And you'll be surprised by once you just start how much you can actually get done. But mentally, it just allows yourself to have that freedom and flexibility to just do as much as you can and meet yourself exactly where you are. The second tip is to forgive easily. If you're on planet Earth, you're dealing with humans, and humans are going to up. Okay? That is the one thing that we can truly count on in this world, is that people are going to mess up. You're going to mess up. You cannot waste good mental space, good energy, being angry and resentful all the time. I mean, seriously, have you ever met a happy, resentful person? I feel like every villain story starts with some sort of resentment. Like every bully is a bully because they are holding on to resentment. At some point, someone did them wrong. And instead of forgive them and let that go and move on, they've held on to it and they've let that evilness just foster inside and just make them mean, angry, and unhappy all the time. You don't want to be that resentful person. Oh, forgive easily. We are all going to mess up. The easier that you forgive others, the easier that you forgive yourself and you can move on. We don't want to be those people that are carrying years and years of trauma and baggage from all the times that people did us wrong. We want to release that. We want to let that go. We want to be lighter. And this is something we truly have to be intentional about every single day, because I'm telling you, it is not easy. I have 3 sisters and they get on my nerves, but I'm stuck with them for life. I love them more than anything in this world. If I held on to the resentment or held on to the bad things that they have done to me from the time that we were kids to now, I would be an angry person, okay? If you know, you know. Sisters can be very, very sweet, kind, and loving, but they can be mean too. And I mean, that's just sisters. I mean, when it comes down to strangers and what strangers have done to me in my life, what past partners have done to me in my life, if I brought all of that into my current relationship, we wouldn't have a relationship. I'm telling you that. Don't carry that resentment. Let it go. Forgive people. That doesn't mean that you are just a doormat and you have no boundaries. It means that you forgive people. And if you notice a specific pattern in a way that somebody behaves, you forgive them, but you don't have to be around them all of the time. Okay. Forgiveness does not mean that you have to continuously put yourself back in that situation or back around those people. You can forgive and literally forget. And by forget, I mean forget them, not forget what they've done. Okay. So the third habit is to always have a goal. And I started to think about this. I'm personally as somebody that has always had a goal, just like growing up, because I've been kind of a like type A, constantly wanting validation from my parents and others. So I was always a little bit overachieving. Like I always wanted to do more and was kind of necessary. Now, I'm not trying to like trauma dump on you guys. All I'm trying to say is that I'm not alone. Like, it's a human nature kind of thing to constantly want a goal, right? When you think about it, the reason that they put kids in school outside of, we need kids to go somewhere while their parents are at work for the world order and consistency to work. Anyways, the reason that kids go to school is because they need a goal, like they need to be working towards something. People go to work, adults go to work because they need to be working towards something. Like if you let a human sit, if you let a person sit for too long, they're going to create their own different realities and come up with all of these crazy things. We will literally drive ourselves crazy if we sit idle for too long. Okay. So that's why, people go to school. After high school, they go to college. They have a goal of getting a career. Once they get that career, then their goal switches to starting a family. Like happy people always have some sort of goal. Now, I'm in my 30s, so my goals are a little bit different these days, right? I'm not necessarily looking to start a family, but I am looking to, you know, build healthy habits so that I can live a long, happy life. So I have a goal right now of doing the best that I can constantly, eating healthy constantly. Sometimes I have specific goals in terms of like how much I can lift or what my diet is going to be or social life, content creation, work. I always have some sort of goal or something that I'm working towards so I don't start to feel like I'm just being static. And I don't want you guys to confuse this with feeling like you always need to do more, you always need to be better, you always need to be like on this rat race type of thing. That's not what I mean at all. What I mean is just give yourself something to work towards, give yourself something to consume your mind so that you aren't idle. Maybe that's a hobby. Maybe. The next thing is to move your body. I constantly talk about this. Moving your body is the best thing that you can do for yourself mentally and physically. For the same reason that we don't mentally want to go idle, we don't physically want to go idle either. Now, physical pain is a very serious thing. And I feel like we always joke about, getting in your 30s and your knees always, what are they calling? Your knees always popping or cracking or your back aching. This is a serious thing that you could potentially deal with for the rest of your life if you do not move your body now. You don't want to get to a point where you can't bend over, where you can't walk, where you can't pick up a package. Maintaining that mobility is going to impact or influence your happiness and your quality of life. So, the more that you move your body now, the more that you can move your body in the future. It's not about aesthetics, it's truly about functionality. And if you don't move your body, like chronic pain is such a serious thing. Like, I'm sure you have someone in your circle that deals with chronic pain. And maybe it's not from not moving, but they'll be able to tell you if you can do anything to stop yourself from living life with pain, they're going to encourage you to do it. So it's not just an old person thing. I mean, you can be in pain in your 30s, your 40s, and your 50s just from not moving enough. So, not to scare anyone, but it's another happiness thing. If you go walk outside, you guys see all those videos about, oh, look at me. I didn't want to go on my day walk. And then by the end of the walk, they're all smiling and giddy and happy. Just move your body, y'all. Just move your body. And lastly, practice gratitude. Perspective is everything. If you're watching this video today, you are connected to a knowledge base of YouTube. You have something to be thankful for. You always have something to be thankful for. If you're breathing, you have something to be thankful for. I mean, whatever you believe in, this can be faith, this can be spirituality, whatever it is, if you practice gratitude every single day, it's just going to chemically change your brain. I can't give you the science, but look it up, guys. Practicing gratitude it's just going to constantly keep you grounded and put you into perspective. you have something that is so unique to you. Be appreciative of it, even if it makes you stand out at some times. Now, I don't think I solved the world's problems with depression and sadness and unhappiness with this video, but hopefully I just gave you some perspective and some things that you can incorporate daily into your life to give you a more balanced, happy lifestyle. So thank you all for joining. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.